If you're struggling to get more than 100 views on your videos and you feel like the algorithm is ignoring your channel, then I have some exciting news. Yeah, it really is that exciting. And that's because I've just discovered a secret hack small channels are using to beat the YouTube algorithm and get hundreds of thousands of views on their first few videos. Like this channel that got 750,000 views on their first upload, or this channel that got nearly 1 million views, and should do soon, on their very first video. In fact, after more research, I found that Jenny Hoyos, the queen of YouTube Shorts, used this exact strategy to go from literally 0 to over 1 billion views on YouTube. But this hack will not only get you more views, it will help your channel get monetization faster than the average creator. So let's break this down step by step, starting with identify your core audience profile. After spending hours breaking down why these channels grew so fast, one thing became clear. They have a deep understanding of how the algorithm chooses what videos to go viral. And it's because they understand something called audience profiles. Let me explain. And we'll do this through the medium of circles. Let's imagine this big circle is your channel, and these small circles around your channel are your audience profiles. Now, audience profiles are simply groups of people that like similar video topics. For example, one audience profile could be people who like side hustle videos. Another could be people who want to achieve financial freedom or increase their productivity. So when you publish a new video, the algorithm will test it with a few different audience profiles that are likely to enjoy your videos. It does this by matching your titles, descriptions, and what you say in your videos with the topics that these audiences are interested in. For example, imagine your channel is about gardening. If you post a video about 5 easy plants for beginners, the algorithm will test it with viewers who've shown interest in gardening or home improvement topics. But here's the critical part. The algorithm will only push your video further if it performs well with these initial test audiences. It determines this based on factors like watch time, engagement, click-through rate, whether previous viewers of your content are returning to watch this new video. This is why maintaining a channel niche is crucial. When you constantly make videos for the same type of viewer, you get better at satisfying that audience. You're also training the algorithm to understand your content and know exactly who would enjoy watching it. Channels like Frankie C Poker, who hit nearly 1 million views on their first video, stick to a specific niche and topic. They're constantly creating content that appeals to a particular audience profile, making it easier for the algorithm to understand who might be interested in their videos. But if Frankie suddenly posted a video about one of his other passions, let's say gardening for example, the algorithm would struggle to find the right audience. Let's be honest, high stakes poker and gardening is not a typical or natural fit. So how can you get a deeper understanding of who your audience profiles are so that you can create more consistent and targeted content? Well, it's actually pretty simple, and I'll show you how to do it in less than a few minutes with a little bit of help from AI. We have a link in the description of this video to a document called Getting to Know Your Audience. Now, the most important thing you need to do with this document is click File and then make a copy so you can edit this on your own Google account. Then start filling out the questions to create who you think the ideal viewer of your content is. If you're struggling with any of these questions, try using vidIQ's AI coach to help you answer the questions using the prompts suggested at the bottom of this document. Doing this exercise will ground you with a much better understanding of the hopes, dreams, goals, desires, obstacles, fears, and pain points of the type of people you want to connect with through your videos. Whenever you come up with new video ideas, look at this document and ask yourself, does this idea resonate with my target audience? But all of this still leaves us with one big question. Now that you know who your target audience is, how do you make content they actually enjoy? Well, after I compared these channels side by side, I noticed they were both using data-driven strategies to make videos they knew their audience would absolutely love. And that's by recreating outlier video formats. Now, if you're a regular here at vidIQ, you might be thinking, yeah, I know about outliers because we've been talking about this topic extensively over the last few months. But I've realized that we've missed one critical step because simply copying and pasting outlier videos doesn't always work. For example, notice how the second 2 videos here didn't perform nearly as well as the first video here. Well, this is a common problem people face when recreating outlier videos. So now let's touch on how to find outlier videos, but also talk about the missing piece of this jigsaw puzzle so that the same problems don't happen to you when you're recreating outlier videos. To give you a crash course in outlier videos, if you have a vidIQ browser extension installed, you'll see this number next to videos, and it represents the outlier score. For example, this video performed 26 times better than average for this channel. And I'm sure you'll agree, 5,500 views for a channel with less than 500 subscribers is pretty awesome. And if you want to do a deep dive search, you can use the Outlier tool in vidIQ's web app to search for a topic, and then it will list video after video after video that's a proven outlier for a YouTube channel. There is, of course, a link in the description to use these tools should you want to try them yourself. They are a shortcut to viral video ideas that are proven to work, which you should consider remaking in your own style with your own audience. But here's what channels like Out of Bounds are doing to take this one step further and guarantee their videos go viral. If we take a look at their second video, it's based around this outlier from a completely different niche. And the reason this works so well is because it allows channels to tap into proven outlier formats while still feeling fresh in their own niche. This is an extremely powerful strategy that can help you hit your first viral video. But there is one last thing you need to do to prevent your channel spiraling back down to below average views. And that's to optimize your content for return viewers. This is because YouTube have repeatedly released statements just like this. Our recommendation system, otherwise known as the algorithm, aims to offer viewers more videos and channels they're likely to enjoy. If viewers are returning to your channel regularly to watch more, they're more likely to be recommended more of your videos in the future. So you know when you watch a video but you don't subscribe to the channel, and then the next time you come onto YouTube, you see another video from that channel you didn't subscribe to right at the top of your home feed? Yeah. That's the algorithm, or YouTube's recommendation system, at work. This proves that returning viewers is a key metric the algorithm uses to decide whether to recommend your videos or not. So now that we know this, how do you increase your return viewer rate? Well, one of the best ways to do this is by creating content buckets. In fact, in a recent interview we did with Jenny Hoyos, she revealed how this exact strategy helped her grow her channel to 4 million subscribers in just a few years. So I'll let her explain how they work.
Buckets is probably like 90% of like creating returning viewers. So buckets are repeatable formats, and I try to keep mine very similar titled. So for example, my bucket would be $1 fast food item versus restaurant. So it would be like $1 burrito, $1 boba, $1 everything basically. And because everything is titled and structured and formatted and the video is very similar, like all the videos are metadatally linked. YouTube can easily be like, oh, the viewer liked when she made $1 pizza. Oh, they're gonna like when she makes a $1 sandwich or a $1 burger. It's very easy for YouTube to understand what your viewer is gonna wanna watch next. So the goal with returning viewers is to make videos that your viewer is probably going to watch next, and you do that through structure, format, and metadata, such as title. If you're uploading once a week, I think 2 to 4 buckets is really reasonable.
So basically what Jenny is saying is that there are certain types of videos that will consistently perform well on your channel. Your job is to find these formats and then repeat them as many times as possible until they stop performing. For example, let's take a look at this channel. They have 30,000 subscribers, but recently hit a massive outlier, Golden Retriever meets Terrified Rescue Puppy, that got over 1 million views. And so what they did is immediately take that main video concept, Golden Retriever meets blank, and twisted it slightly for other videos. And as you can see, they've had hit multiple viral videos using this same format. So this is the perfect and purest form of what we call a content bucket. And this channel should keep posting this format until it stops working. However, the inevitable truth is this strategy only works if you're able to get a viral video in the first place. And we briefly touched on outlier research in this video, but if you want a much more in-depth guide, then I highly recommend you watch this video where I will walk you through a powerful tool that will help you find outlier videos in just a few minutes.